Beautiful. If you've ever been wondering how to really get rid of like your postpartum weight and you just need better support along this journey, then hi, I'm here and I'm a new mom myself, so I definitely get it and I understand the challenges. And so hopefully in today's video and episode, with these few tips, it will help to encourage you along the journey, and just know that you are definitely not by yourself. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with these tips. The first one is to start with grace and hydration. You have to remember that you carrying your precious one for those 9 months is nothing to be light of, and to think it'll go away easy, because it was definitely a journey. I know for me it was a journey, and so you have to remind yourself of that and know that as you had the grace to carry your child, it'll also take that same amount of grace, if not even more, to get rid of the weight. So remind yourself of that, and in spite of like what you see online and everything, it definitely takes a journey. Sometimes it takes some people a little bit shorter, like they lose weight just like that, and then other people it takes a little bit more work. But wherever you are when it comes to that, just remind yourself to have that grace. The other part of that is to make sure you're drinking enough water, especially like when you're breastfeeding and everything. You're also losing energy with that, so replenish your body with drinking water. You could add fruit to your water, or like cucumber. Lemon is my go-to because it helps with reducing bloating, and it also just helps to refresh your digestive system along the way. So do that. The second tip that I have is to focus on healing foods. So after you have your baby, you might want to eat all the things, especially food that you weren't able to eat as much during your pregnancy. But if your main goal is to lose weight, then you have to keep that in the forefront. So while it's good to enjoy some foods, you also want to remind yourself of that goal. And so focus on like different spices, like your cinnamon, turmeric. That's going to help with a healthy digestive system, and it's going to help your belly to recover faster and just become more balanced. So do that. Of course, I'm always talking about eating your leafy greens, because all of this is going to help with fiber, and it's going to help with just helping you lose your weight. And so pay attention to that. And if you drink bone broth, I like to drink like chicken bone broth. That's good. And I'm also paying attention to what kind of healthy fats that I'm using to my food as well. So like your olive oil or avocado oil, that's also good as well when you're cooking your food. My third tip that's going to help with postpartum weight is focusing on your gut health. So think of your probiotics and your prebiotics. Of course, you could get this as a supplement, but you could also get this in your food as well. So that is good also. So that's like your kimchi, kombucha, Greek yogurt. All of that is going to be very helpful for you. And this is also to remind you, like as you're eating, you're focusing on, the one that you carried for those 9 months. So you want to be healthy for your child, and then you also want to be healthy for yourself as well, because you have to remind yourself that God has given us these bodies, and we want to honor Him by what we eat. And so this is also a great motivation as well, as you're as you're losing that weight gracefully. And then the last thing is slow down what you eat. A lot of times we rush through the process, and stress and just eating fast, it could cause bloating, and it could also affect how we absorb the nutrients. So take your time and digest your food. Also make sure you're getting your walks in. Getting that movement is really going to help you. But also give yourself grace in the process, because you don't want to rush with working out and lifting weights and everything after going through that journey. So just take your time when doing that. And that is it, guys. If this has encouraged you, then please share with someone. And yeah, that's my takeaway when it comes to losing your weight gracefully. So I pray that this has helped you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, beautiful.